So a big warm welcome and welcome to a brand new podcast, new for 2021. We're at the start of January and I'm Paul Gilbert.
And I'm Chris Morley. Hello. Very exciting this, isn't it?
It is very exciting. I can't believe we're finally getting around to actually recording a podcast.
Do you know what? There was so much talk about it last year. We're now officially here. And I'll be honest, it's been a long time getting here because it's more down to the technology of things and how to work everything.
Yeah, the fact that I'm in my partner's sewing room and you're in your back bedroom.
I'm in the back bedroom. And I think a lot of podcasts are probably doing the same thing, isn't it? Trying to find that quiet room in the house. And this is the quietest room.
So I've had to generally ask my partner to stay downstairs on the sofa. And obviously I've got a dog and I've got a hard floor in the house. And all you can hear is the tippy tapping. So I've had to tempt the dog to stay on the sofa with loads of treats. So after we've done all these episodes, the dog's going to be huge by the end of the year. Oh, no, because I'll just time it for when the dog goes out for a walk.
Good idea.
Then straight on it. But anyway, this is the Post Pavilion Podcast, brand new for this year, as I've already said. And basically, it's just two lifelong friends getting together and talking absolute guff.
Exactly. And if you like listening to it, then stick with us. It will, this is the first one. We've got lots of things planned over the next few episodes. But I suppose, first of all, how did we become friends? That's probably a good place to start, isn't it?
Well, yeah, defo, because people will be wondering who's Chris, who's Paul.
Who are these randoms who've just released
Who are
podcast?
these randoms? 90% of the people listening, though, will actually know who we are, but probably not know how we actually became a bit of a duo called Chris and Paul.
Yeah, we've been working since 2007. Is that right?
It'd be about that, yeah.
Yeah, and we all first started out as us working at a holiday resort.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were a holiday resort. We were kind of what they call coach-style entertainers. And I was actually a DJ compere at the time, and I think you were working in the kids club sector.
Yeah, so I started out working in kids clubs, working with the teenagers. And to be fair, I was only a teenager myself back then. So I was 18 when I started. And I was looking after the kids clubs who were between the ages of 13 to 17. So a couple of the kids that turned up were only a few years younger than me.
Yeah, exactly. And I never did kids clubs ever. I didn't like working in kids clubs, so I became a DJ compere. So I would host all the family entertainment in one of the venues, and then I'd done it for a few years, and then my boss at the time said, "You need to do something different next year." And I was like, well, "What do you mean?" He was like, "You've got to do something different." And I was like what? He went, "Well, why don't you become a bit of a duo with somebody, but you get to pick who that."
How did you feel about that? By the way, I've never asked that question.
What do you mean? How I felt?
Because obviously you was on your own for a while, and then it was suddenly like, right, you've got to now partner up with somebody. How did you feel about just first of all partnering up with someone?
Well, if I was honest, I was slightly insulted at the time, thinking, "Hang on a minute, I've been on my own for so long, and I've got my own ways of working, and then suddenly you're telling me it's quite boring, so you need to do something different." So yeah, so then he said, basically you can pick anybody within the team, and I want you to have a go at it. So you actually walked through.
Did you have a long list of people you went, or did you just go, well, there's only a couple
that
can...
in all fairness, we're having this conversation in the office, like in the backstage green room, however people want to interpret that. And you walked through the office, and I went, "Well, what does he do?"
Oh, so just out of convenience, and me walking through the door, you went, right, he'll do.
Yeah, generally it happened like that. I can see it now because I was sat at the desk and there's two double doors in front of me, and you literally walked through the office. And I think you were quite quiet and innocent back then.
Yeah, I was actually. Yeah, well,
and I went, "No."
I think that was that would have been in my second year, I think, wouldn't it?
So 2008.
2008.
Yeah.
So my first year, I was trying to learn how to DJ and how to compare and things like that. And I think I'd sort of helped you out during my first year, just dipping in.
Yeah, because I used to get you to press play, didn't I?
Yeah,
so
essentially.
When I brought the shows off, so you'd bring off an act on the stage, and then I'd turn around to the DJ box and say, "Hey, Red Coat Chris, press play," and you used to help me do that.
And for those that don't know what a redcoat is, for those that are probably listening overseas, essentially, because we might have international people that listen in.
Oh,
we'll find out. We'll find out when this goes out. But for those that don't know what a redcoat is, it's essentially it's a big brand. It's a big, huge part of a company called Butlins, a big holiday resort that's been going for about 80 years now. Is that right?
Yeah, just over.
And that was the uniform that we had to wear, and we were known as Redcoat Chris and Redcoat Paul.
Yeah, basically, if you don't know what a redcoat is, think about them people that meet you at the airport, like the holiday brands, and go, get you on the coaches. They like represent the business, but redcoats were the entertainers that would do all the meet and greeting with the guests and all the entertainment and everything like that. But anyway, back to the point. You helped me out a couple of times, and then I just went, yeah, what about him? And the boss at the time said, well, yeah, he works in the kids' clubs. We'll take him out of kids' clubs. And then he wanted us to live and breathe with each other. You get what I mean?
So did he ask to actually, right, you got to move in as well?
Yeah, because you were living with somebody else in what they call them team accommodation or sheds.
Yeah.
And then you were living with somebody else. I was living with somebody else. And then he basically said, right, if we want to make this comedy duo work, two hosts in the venue, you need to live together. So essentially we did a version of wife swapping.
You did. Yeah, I suppose we did. And actually I actually really enjoyed it. And we stayed living with each other for about 3-4 years, I think, as well as working with each other every single night of the week. So yeah, and then so I suppose then fast forward up to today, we've kind of gone slightly different directions, but we still perform now and again, don't we?
Which is really the purpose of the podcast, really, because we haven't obviously performed together on a stage in any way, shape or form, apart from a couple of New Year's Eve together. We haven't done anything for about, 6 years?
Must be. It's got to be.
Yeah, it must be about 6 years. You carried on doing entertainment to a degree.
Yeah.
So you do your radio. And...
So I do a local radio show over in Dorset, which I've been doing for the last 3 years, as well as sort of freelance DJing and presenting. So, but it's and since then you've been
working behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you carried on performing route, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I went into kind of team leading and then managing and looking after the whole experience.
Do you miss the performing? Do you miss the aspect of it, or are you quite happy to sit and watch?
No, not really.
No.
Times have changed, and I don't think my style, and you know what my style of comparing is and DJing. And
you'll probably you'll probably understand what Paul's style is as you listen to more and more of the episodes.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. Rules? What are rules? But no, it's with the planet has changed, the way of entertainment has changed, and I'm quite happy to sit back and watch other people do it in a different way now. I don't miss it in any way, shape or form. But if someone wants to offer me a nice little tour, imagine if me and you got a tour out of this, going around the holiday camps.
That I've done worse jobs. I've done worse.
Yeah, I suppose. But imagine if that happened. I would do that again. If somebody came to me and said, we want you and Chris to host this big show, all singing, all dancing, for the next year, and then I take a sabbatical, if that's what they call it. And then I'd do that, but I wouldn't go back to the day-to-day life of being a on-stage performer.
And you know, it's not easy. It's tough. It is tough because you've got to be on it all the time. 7 days a week.
7 days a week. And people go, what, do you not get a rest day? No. We had a rest day, but because we lived on site where we worked, you could never really walk around anywhere without people going, oh, are you that bloke on stage last night? Or were you doing the DJing? Or were you with that character?
You're like a mini celebrity when people are on holiday. And you're like,
massively.
And you forget that, you know, when you're walking up to the shop in your hoodie, then you just you know.
So basically we go from being smart, so in our red coat uniform, which was always ironed and pressed. Yours was, mine wasn't. Ironed and pressed, and then to go from a pair of flip-flops, pair of shorts, and a hoodie to go and get a loaf of bread and some butter.
I'm glad you clarified that, because I didn't just go outside with my hoodie on.
Yeah,
with
I was
nothing
just
else
thinking,
on. to
people
the
might
shops.
go, "What? He just wore a hoodie and nothing else." No, that's what he used to do.
not
Yeah,
that
that's what
time.
he used to do. But yeah, so that was kind of how we met, and then we had this conversation. Nearly a year ago about doing a podcast.
Yeah, and I think as well, I think podcasts now have just gone a bit bananas, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, and it's something that I've always gone, I'd love to do that with you, Paul. You know, we can. Hopefully, we'll have loads of people listening. So, if
you know what though, if we don't get anybody listening, I'm completely cool with that as well.
It doesn't matter, does it? Because
it doesn't matter.
We've still got this as a little archive for ourselves.
So so the plan is we're going to plan to do this once a fortnight.
Once a fortnight. I think that's enough for people to listen to, and there'll be sort of around a half-hour shows. I think.
Yeah, something like that, half hour, whatever, give or take a couple of minutes. But yeah, I think it's just a nice opportunity to take a break from
the norm,
the new norm. Take a break from the new norm and just get on, because I'm looking at you right now on Zoom.
Yeah.
So I can see you and you can see me. So basically, it's just us having a chat over Zoom and we're recording it.
And I think over the next few weeks as well, we've come up with some little features. We're going to do a feature called Chris versus Paul. So essentially, I'm going to ask questions about anything and everything. We have a little competition.
So we've got to do truth?
No. These are just general questions. So I haven't really actually explained this to you properly yet.
Oh, you haven't? No.
So essentially,
not for the 30 minutes we were trying to work out how to record this podcast. You never thought you'd drop it into conversation, did you?
No, I didn't. So I thought, well, do you know what? We might as well say about it now. So you can ask me 3 questions about anything that's gone on in the week, any funny stories, or and then we're just gonna have a little competition between ourselves between now and the next however many episodes we do.
Oh, that's exciting!
And then we'll have a grand finale. Well, actually. Well, it depends on how long these episodes go on for, doesn't it? So we might be doing a grand finale in about 3 years' time. But we'll just have a little competition between ourselves, Chris versus Paul. And that's coming in next episode.
Oh, we're doing that in the next one, are we?
Yeah, we're going to go.
Oh, good.
We're going to strike while the iron's hot. And also, we're going to answer some of your questions as well. And any on it. I mean, is there a certain topic? Should we do certain topics each week that we can talk about?
Well, we can have a headline. That's what you want to call it. So, I see. My biggest thing that I like to talk about is like sometimes the biggest tuts of life.
Love that. The biggest.
So do you know when?
Of life.
So like for example, I was in the supermarket yesterday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the peppercorn sauce. But then I spotted it, and then I asked somebody, can I just grab the peppercorn sauce just at the bottom there? And they tutted at me.
Do you get that quite often when you're out and
about?
No,
not really. No. But I do find it like, I'd like to know what people's biggest tuts of life are.
Yeah. What gets on your tuts? We should.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a great name for a feature. What gets on your tuts?
That's the name of the next episode, isn't it? What gets on your tuts?
Yeah. Like that. Yeah. We're keeping that in.
The people that don't indicate as well. People like that. So it's like the tuts of life.
You do realise you've started something now. Because people are going to be listening going, yeah, that really annoys me when they don't indicate.
Yeah, but exactly. So then what we can do then is by the time that we record the next episode, we'll get on the socials. Is that what you call them? Is that what you call them, socials?
Yeah, we call them on the socials. That's what the cool kids say.
Yeah, you know more than me. We'll get on the socials. So we're going to we're going to launch a Facebook page and then an Instagram page as well. Mm-hmm. And then we'll launch that. And then we can, before we record the episode, we can get people to tell us what their biggest tuts of life are.
Okay,
and then we can talk about them. Do you get what I mean?
I'm with you. Okay, so all right then. So on our next episode, we're going to be talking about what gets on your tuts. And also Chris versus Paul. That's a great start. That's a great start. Perhaps we'll even chuck in a jingle. I don't know. We'll work all this out. You don't need to worry. We probably should have had this talk before we did the podcast, but it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
fine.
This
is what it's about, though.
Yeah.
I said to you, don't overthink it. Let's just sit and have a chat and talk about it, and then we go from there. But so from it, episode 2 is going to be Chris v Paul and the biggest tuts of life,
or what gets on your tits.
What gets on your tuts? That's what we're going to call it.
I love that.
What gets on your tuts?
So yeah, get your thinking caps on now. What really grinds your gears?
What gets on your tuts?
What gets on your tuts? I mean, what's annoying for me is like when you ask somebody in a shop and you're like, "Oh, where's the tins of beans?" And they're like, "Oh, it's down Down aisle 30. Well, where's aisle 30? Like, I've never been in this place before. Can you at least show me where it is?
Well, you go to a different supermarket every time you go shopping, do you?
Well, yeah, I do. There's about, if I'm out and about, I might have just dropped into one of the big supermarkets just to go and get something, and then
Right. See, that's where I'm the complete opposite, because I'm a creature of habit.
So you go to the same one every week?
Yeah, every week. To be fair, I go pretty much every day.
But don't you go to others?
No.
No, it's just me.
Why would I'm a creature of habit? There, I like to. Do
you have a route as well when you go in? Do you go, right, I've got my full list and I'm going down all the aisles. I know the route that I've got to go around.
Yeah, I've got my pen and my paper, and then I go up and down every aisle, even if things are not on the list that jump out at you. Then you go, ooh. And then do you know what I actually do? It's quite funny. I actually write it on the list, even though I've already picked it up and put it in my bag.
Do you?
So if it's not on my list, let's say a bottle of wine.
Right.
Yeah, because you like drinking wine, and my partner likes drinking wine. So if wine isn't on the list, then I'll go down the alcohol aisle, and then I'll go, ooh, I'll get the missus a bottle of wine. I'll pick it up, I'll put it in my bag, and then I'll write on the list wine, and then I'll scribble it out.
Do you? Wouldn't you just chuck it in the bag and then I'm done with it, or is it?
No, because then I've scribbled it out. Because then in my head I've known, yeah, I got wine, and I've scribbled it out. So then if I go back and go, oh, did I get the wine? I can look down at my list and go, yeah, I did.
Does anybody else do that? I'd be intrigued to find out if that is the case, or is it just you?
It's probably just me, but I'm a creature of habit. I don't go anywhere out the ordinary.
Oh, perhaps we need to set you a challenge one week is to go to a different shop and see how you get on.
No, we've got two well-known supermarkets near us,
right?
But only go to one of them. And the only reason I go to the other one, if I have to, is because they got one of them delivery locker things.
Oh, I've never used.
So I get something sent there, and that's the only reason I go there.
Oh, so you get something set? Is it like an Amazon thing?
Yeah, like an Amazon locker. If I want to get something delivered, like that might be like someone's birthday, and I don't want it to come to the house, then I'll just literally send it to the locker, drive there, go in the other supermarket that I never go in, pull up in the go in the little. I'm really cheeky, the loading bay thing where it's loading only.
Yeah.
I park in there. I go in the entrance. I pick it up. I walk out the entrance, get in my car. But technically, I'm loading something.
Well, you are technically. Well, you're collecting. You should be collecting. You should be in your collecting bay.
There is no collecting bay, so I just park in the loading bay.
Which is.
That's how I roll.
Which is a car parking space. Is the collecting bay, and a loading bay is.
Oh yeah.
When you're getting stuff out of the car.
Oh, it doesn't say that on the floor, does it?
So for any people checking the old supermarket car parks, the old traffic wardens, hopefully don't listen to this.
Do you ever park in the parent and child?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh no, you can do now, can't you?
I can because I've now become I've now become a recent father at the age of 6. Well, I've got a little one at the age of 6 months, so it's all a bit mad in our house. And actually, the first time I went to a shop or a supermarket, and I had my little one in the back, I was like, I can be one of these people that can go into these spaces, and you get so much room as well. It's a game changer, honestly. That's the best. That's one of the best things about having a child is you go into one of those spaces.
Oh, that's it. Just that one thing, yeah.
Yeah, just
not
that
the way
one
they
thing.
look deep into your eyes, Daddy, I love you, or anything like that. No, it's parent and child parking spaces.
It's parent and child's parking spaces, and I know many parents will agree with me on this. But it's probably not the only thing. But
yeah, of course. But I did it once. I've got no kids.
You're one of those, are you?
Yeah, I was one. I only did it once. And you know what?
That's what gets on my tits. And I'll speak about
gets
more that next week. That gets on my tits. So
you're writing it down as well. I can see you on Zoom writing it down.
Yeah.
I did it once, and then I pulled up, and I was like, oh, it's really busy. I'll just quickly park there. And then I went in, was in there for like 30 seconds, came back out, and I got back in the car, and I got some right dirty looks.
I am not surprised. And do you know what? We're going to pause on that, and we're going to keep that in for next week.
I can tell you're getting aggressive about it as well.
I am.
Because you nearly never said toots.
I'm gonna say, and that's the joys of that title. So hopefully I don't keep getting that wrong. So we've got lots to talk about for next episode, which is lovely. Also, we just briefly mentioned about the Facebook page and Instagram page. So if you do want to get in touch, why not get in touch? Then you can follow us on our socials, which is the Post Pavilion Podcast. That's when you need to search into the search engine.
It's good, isn't it?
Very good. Very good.
I can't believe we're practically near the end of our first podcast.
I know, and do you know what? I think this is probably the hardest one, is doing the first one, because now we can get onto a roll of things.
Yeah, we can. But because I don't really listen to podcasts like you.
You can't say that when we're trying to promote our very own podcast. Surely you were listening to us.
But no, I'm more interested in my own podcast that we're going to start doing now. But I need to start listening to. I've listened to a couple of comedian and his wife. Is it what's his name? Ramsey.
Chris and Rosie Ramsey.
Chris and Rosie Ramsey.
Yeah, that's a fair. I mean, we're not getting any money for this, but we, they're a very good podcast, and even if we had 1,000th of their listeners, that would be brilliant.
Yeah, but we're not striving to be bigger or better than them.
Oh,
but
no.
That's the kind of only podcast I've ever slightly listened to. So I need to start listening to new podcasts to know what everybody talks about.
Lovely. All right. Well, do you know what?
Lovely.
I think this is a good way to finish, don't you?
Good way to finish.
Yeah. So thank you very much for listening. We're going to reveal a bit more about ourselves as well, because we don't want to give too much away in the first episode. And also, if you've enjoyed this load of guff, then please like, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notifications. So we're going to be releasing a new episode every fortnight. And also, if you want to get in touch, what do they have to do, Paul?
Get in touch with Facebook and Instagram at Post Pavilion Podcast. But I'll make them live very soon.
So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes, you will.